Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. If you were to describe your spiritual experience to someone, how would you explain it? Would you explain your spiritual experience as sitting, walking, standing, or running? Well, however you described it, it would be a biblical description because the scriptures talk about our spiritual journey in all those different ways. There's a sense in which we are sitting down. In Ephesians chapter 2, it talks about the fact that we are seated with Christ in the heavenly places, which gives the picture of rest. In light of all that God has done for us through His grace, all the things He's accomplished through Jesus Christ, we can sit and rest with Christ, with these various things supplied to us. But we also walk as well. In that same book in Ephesians, in chapter 4, he says, walk in a manner worthy of the calling by which you've been called. And that's the idea of your manner of life or your conduct. Whenever the scriptures, particularly in the New Testament, talks about walking, it's usually your manner of life that's being discussed. But also there's standing as well. Also in Ephesians chapter 6, it talks about standing firm. Therefore, having your loins girded about with truth and putting on the breastplate of righteousness and all those other things. Putting on the full armor of God. And there's the idea of steadfastness, confidence, that sort of thing. But there's also running, and that's what comes out in our reading today in 1 Corinthians chapter 9. Where he says in verse 24, do you not know that those who run in a race all run, but only one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may win. So he basically is talking about running in the sense of purpose. And that comes out more clearly in the next verse where he says, everyone who competes in the games exercises self-control in all things. They then do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we an imperishable. Therefore I run in such a way as not without aim. I box in such a way as not beating the air, but I discipline my body and make it my slave so that after I have preached to others, I myself will not be disqualified. Paul describes the spiritual experience of a Christian in connection to purpose to that of someone running a race. Kind of parallels Hebrews chapter 12, right? That says, let us lay aside every encumbrance and the sin that so easily entangles us, and let us run the race set before us, fixing our eyes on Christ, the author and finisher of our faith. We have a race to run when it comes to living a life of purpose, of living a life of dedication to Christ. The picture there is of running. And so within that context, if I ask you the same question, how would you describe your spiritual experience in connection to purpose and running after the goal or going after the goal? How would you describe it? Sitting, walking, standing, or running? It ought to be that we're running. When it comes to diligence, when it comes to living a life of purpose, it ought to be that we're running. That we're running towards the goal. We're moving ahead. We're moving faster and faster towards the Lord, and a closer relationship with Him, and better and more dedicated service to Him, increasing in the knowledge of the Lord, and all those different things. Being more diligent in prayer, more diligent in love, faith, and hope. Are we increasing in all those things? And are we rapidly running and increasing in those things? It's something we can do, or something we should do. Take inventory within ourselves. Am I really being diligent in my Christian experience? Am I running after the Lord? Am I really fixing my eyes on the Lord? Am I being diligent in the things that He has called me to do? Or am I just enjoying the view and sitting back and not really giving much diligence to the things of the Lord? Paul here tells us that we should be running the race, running it as though only one person can win the prize, and having our eyes fixed on the prize, and running with diligence and determination and with effort. So let's let our reading today call us into that experience. If we begin to lax and relax a little bit when it comes to our Christian faith and our life before the Lord, maybe it's time for us to refocus and to get back to doing the things that the Lord has called us to do. It's to do those things with diligence and with endurance and with much effort. So with that, I do thank you guys for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.